Okay, hey everyone, Mystic Magic here. I originally recorded this and then I accidentally got a power outage, so I lost all of the footage. Yeah, so I'm just re-recording this. So not really like a ton happened other than me doing the dailies, and of course the only update today is the story. But I just wanted to re-record it just because I did have a slight theory about kind of what's going on. Let's see if I'm right or not. I don't know, but my voice is a little bit sore today, so apologize if I sound a little bit funky. I'm not sick. I'm just tired. I just got off of a lot of talking. Did a lot of talking today. So let's go ahead and jump into the story again, just because it didn't record, or like I lost the recording. So all right, so we're doing some fighting here, and that's cool. Tavi just literally body slams herself in, just like, dude. Okay, and then here we have for some reason, paintbrush explodes, and apparently Nyx knows this Yerbil character. Okay, so one thing I was kind of noticing was that if you notice here, Nyx has some sort of there's an effect around it that seems to be like unraveling Vyra's chain. Because if you look in the previous chapter, right, it's pretty on there, and it seems like it's magical. So difficult, presumably difficult to remove. But if you notice, like something's helping Nyx to kind of remove it, and it disappears in this scene. So it seems like it's something she can control, maybe. So that's interesting, like that kind of effect. So maybe that could be something about the arm, like her arm maybe lets her do that. I don't know. Hopefully they'll add some more story regarding that. Okay. Now the other interesting thing is that Nyx seems to know this gerbil. Like actually names this character too. We don't know if it's a he or she, so I don't know. And I was thinking way back in the previous chapter, like the end of the previous chapter, Nyx goes to her house and to look for her brother, right? So now I'm wondering, is this Yerbil potentially her brother, right? Now we look at the here. So what I kind of did was I just kind of, I'm darkening it. I'm just screenshotting it, and then I zoomed into it really, really close. I can't really share a screen of this. I tried it earlier, but it didn't really work. It's not super clear. Like you can tell where Nyx is because it's obviously Nyx. Like it's really obvious. But the character that her brother, presumably, that she's next to, it's not very clear who it is. Like even if you zoom in, like if you told me that they were blue or if they were gray, I'd believe you both ways. So, because the color is just so vague, it does look like either or color. What I did do is I did look up all of the blue pets just to see like what they look like and their color shade. So Nyx is clearly the blue Aisha, no matter what. Like she is the classic blue. But notice that like other blue pets don't have the same shade, which is one of the cool things about even the basic colors of Neopets. They do have color variations. Looking at some of them, like I think the closest blue is kind of that, like this kind of blue, like what Norbu has and what Bori has, something between like that. And then I just scroll down to Yerbil because Yerbil's way on the bottom, and it's not that like it could be like if you told me it was a blue Yerbil, I'd believe you. Height wise, also, like height wise, it kind of makes sense. Aisha, I think, are supposed to be usually taller than Yerbil. Anyways, Yerbil are usually pretty short, but that also could just be age. Shorter, the younger you are, the shorter you are. Stuff like that. So that's not really indicative of anything. Now, as for species, I know some people get a little confused. Like, shouldn't the species be the same? Like, and why is it possible that her brother's a Yerbil? Well, it's because in Neopets, technically, species, color, and even gender don't really matter. So, like for example, if we look at some of the other like families that we see in Neopets, like if we take good example would be Sophie from the Tale of Woe. So she's an Ix. Her brother Bruno is a Gellert. Her other brother's a Loop, but then her parents are a Zafara and a Skeeth. And it's like, okay, but what about adoption? But there isn't really anything to indicate that they were ever adopted. So there's that. Like there's no saying that like, oh, they're adopted. So we can't really say that. Another sibling group is Jaren and Leisha, because Jaren's a Loop, Leisha's an Aisha. So that doesn't discredit her having a Yerbo as a brother, right? That doesn't discredit. That does explain why she knows him by name, though. So the question is, how did he turn gray? And is that the way he was, or is that recent, or something? So yeah, lots of questions here. Could he be? Potentially. Neopets doesn't really care between color and all that. Like, this plot basically makes it canonical that paintbrushes exist. So if paintbrushes exist, does that mean the Labre exists? And do morphing potions exist? So if that's true, then that means really, like, gender, color, species don't really matter in the world of Neopets, So, which is pretty cool. I don't think they've ever really had a plot that says anything like that. There's no plot that kind of says like you can't be this or you can't be that just because of your gender per se or your species. Like I think the only thing would be like I'm just thinking Roberta and Tor, just because like Roberta's whole thing was that she's nobility, she's a diplomat. That's why she can't become a wizard, right? But she does it anyways because she doesn't care. But but there's not necessarily like it wasn't because she's a girl or she's an Aisha that she was prevented from doing that. Like there's not really anything in these plots that say something like that. It's usually age and profession, I guess, or background that prevents you from doing something like in a societal kind of way. So I'm just saying like it's not out of the blue. It's not out of the ordinary for her to potentially have a Yorbo as a brother, basically is what I'm trying to say. Very long-winded way of saying it. Anyway, so we'll see if that's true. We have to keep going, and we'll have to see why that paintbrush is exploding. I really want to know. Okay, so that is it for today's update. Hopefully next time I'll remember to. Hopefully next time it won't crash on me, and like I won't lose power. that really sucked. And hopefully next time we'll have a better video. I'll see you guys whenever they update.